The Toronto Star recently put out an article claiming the Toronto real estate market will crash 30% or more by the spring. In this video, that's exactly what we talk about. Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Little. I'm a realtor here in the Greater Toronto Area where I help people like yourself navigate through the real estate market. If at any time you have questions whatsoever, feel free to book a call with myself by clicking my Calendly link in the description below. Now let's talk about it. Toronto real estate prices will crash 30% or more. How bad will it be? It will crash. Not may, but will. Now that's a bold statement. And my first question is, are you saying it will crash 30% from where we are now in the third week of October 2022? Or is it saying that the total drop from the peak in February will be 30% when it's all said and done? There's a big difference there. So let's dig a little deeper. The article references the early 90s where the Bank of Canada had raised rates 11 times. Prior to that, between 1986 and 1989, home prices in Toronto had more than doubled to an average price of $274,000. Imagine that now. Then came the rate increases, massive inflation, and a looming recession. Sound familiar? The rock bottom interest rates in 2020 and 2021 helped contribute to an almost 40% increase in Toronto home prices since 2020. The article goes on to say that the majority of the economists surveyed forecast that prices are set to decline by 30% or more from the February peak in spring 2023. Okay, so a 30% drop from the peak in February 2022 is much more believable and honestly at this point very realistic, bringing prices back down to December 2020 levels. But that's why I always warn to not get too caught up in the headlines without reading articles or understanding what it really means. Because when you first read the 30% crash, everyone just hears crash and it's going to go down 30% more. Not quite the case, but I digress. Especially now that we're looking at more interest rate hikes, the sixth of the year by the Bank of Canada on October 26th, likely with a probable 75 basis point increase, as well as another possible one in December. So it's not unthinkable that this will have further downward pressure on the real estate prices. Also, we can't not mention the recent release from UBS putting Toronto as their #1 bubbliest city and therefore the most likely bubble to pop. They cited the recent rate hikes as the straw that broke the camel's back. No surprise there. The article continues stating that prices in Canada are still 35% higher than the median household can afford, and that despite the drop in prices since the peak, the monthly cost of buying a home is still higher for a Toronto buyer due to the rate increases. And that's one of the most common things I hear from would-be buyers is that they're waiting for prices to come down. Another indicator is the amount of investor buyers who are now backing out of assignment sales. Now, they're coming up on closing or realizing they're going to have to put more money into it, and they're realizing that the margins that they initially forecasted are no longer there, so they're selling at a distressed price for potentially the loss, or just backing out of the deal completely and just taking a loss on the money that they put into it. And if you're an investor in Toronto, you're already dealing with razor-thin margins, and costs of everything have recently risen, so we're seeing a lot of that recently. Now, former StatsCan chief economist Philip Cross says that prices would have to drop 40 to 50% to where prices were in 2015 in order for the real estate market in Toronto to be sustainable again. With the goal of getting inflation down to 2%, are we going to continue to see interest rates rise? And if so, how long can this pattern continue? The real question is, will the crash take 6 years like it did in the 90s? Because they keep referencing the 90s here. Or will we see a more relatively quick stabilization? I want to hear your comments below. Let me know your thoughts, and if at any time you'd like to discuss your real estate journey or just pick my brain, feel free to book a one-on-one in the description below, and I look forward to chatting. Till then, stay well and stay hungry.